Hey YouTube, hope you guys are well. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a while. Just getting around to it on a snowy, icy day. Just wanted to show you a little bit of my gear layout of what I carry every day in this Teufelberger bag right here. So this goes to the job with me every day. And also I pack my Tree Motion Evo in there on top of all this gear. So might be a little bit intensive or too much gear for some, but this is what I like to carry with me just to be prepared. So I'll go through a little bit what I have. So I've got the Thimble Saver over here by Teufelberger, great friction saver and canopy anchor for SRS. This is the multi-saver. I actually haven't used it yet in the field. I got it for free at a tree stuff competition at TCI Expo. And I've seen some awesome videos about that one over there, about fun ways to use it. But you know how production tree work goes. Just go with what you feel comfortable and what's efficient. So I look forward to trying some more stuff with that one over there. Because it can be a useful tool. Right here I've got my DMM rig carabiner with a little pulley and becket here on the bottom. And then I've also attached on here a little camp turbo chest ascender. And so I actually use this in scenarios where I'd use like a 3-to-1 and clip this onto the rope. Well, I guess it's actually a 2-to-1. So anyways, like a 2-to-1 advantage coming back from limb walks. And then I even use it in combination with the DMM Captain Hook Traverse Kit and actually clip that onto that rope and can use it to help capture my progress and use some mechanical advantage there. So that's I think it's 10mm rope, so pretty small, but it still fits in that ascender, and you just want to be able to look at your alignment and make sure everything's aligned properly, that it's not slipping out of the ascender. So anyways, that's a neat little thing to have on you. And next I've got this little Duralock carabiner and DMM ring. I think this is a 34mm. This one's great for base anchors. If you want to do like a figure 8 on a bite that cinches really well around the trunk. And then I really like these Duralocks. See, I'll do it with my right hand. I like these Duralocks because when they're out of sight, sometimes it's nice to have that extra security of the gate being set. So that's good. Here's my little SRS setup here. I've got my rope wrench on the at-height stiff tether, and I put a little just shoelace on here for tending my system. Hitch climber centric, love it. Ultra O for the attachment point, and I usually run this on 11mm Kernmaster. It's just great on the rope wrench and really nice rope. I have some videos on my channel as well featuring that rope and my thoughts on it. This is 10mm Beeline, a little aged, but I've got some new sections of it as well, but really like running that Beeline. Here is my zigzag setup on EL Calamine 11.7. I've got my blue DMM Ultra O's. I got those from Maple Leaf Ropes for Christmas. Thought it would be fun to add some color into my carabiners. So this stays together, this whole kit. So I've been really enjoying it. And this is a little wooden stopper made out of mountain mahogany that a friend of mine that used to be our log truck driver at my previous employer, he made that up for me, and it's got a 12 millimeter hole, and it's just perfect for sitting on top of the zigzag, and it's light enough to where it won't affect the operation of descending or ascending at all. But it's just nice since that top little bollard right there is just a little small for me. I like holding down this with the upper hand, and it presses it down, similar to how hitch breakers do with like Prusiks. So that's been a really awesome setup right here. I really like using this for our crane jobs and just banging out production tree work. Gotta love moving rope. This is my 200 feet of ecstatic. So this goes in this blue bag along with this calamine. These both go in this blue bag for rope storage. So Teufelberger bag has the saddle, all the gear, and the Bifrost. And the ecstatic and calamine, like I said, go in that blue one and goes around with me to the job site. Here's my Rope Runner Pro. Actually just washed it off. It had a little bit of dust on it, and it's good to wash these off and to treat them with just a drop or two of 3-to-1 to keep that spring clean and make sure it's bouncing back well. So here's my Pinto pulley on, I think this is 3/8 Teufelberger T-Rex. A little whoopee sling. So this is great for a lot of stuff. I actually clip this onto the back of my saddle right here. And it goes with me on every tree, every job. Because you never know when you could have a little pulley for rigging, or even if you're doing like a cabling job and want to haul up some gear without having to use a ton of your own efforts. This is just a great go-to to have on you. And this is good for, can't remember, let's see here, 16 millimeter rope. So you could put a lot of stuff through that pulley, rope-wise. Little multi-sling, always good to have in your bag. Actually don't carry it on my saddle anymore, but I do have it available since I primarily do removals. With our crane, I don't use this as often as I used to, but I still have it. So this is like the 1 meter length or something like that. Here's these little flint lockers. That's what they're called, yeah. These are both from Westburg. This is the older version and this is the newer version, which is surprising because this webbing has kind of faded really quickly. Here's a pulley, Pinto pulley from my old setup on the CE lanyard. So you just never know when you could have a little Pinto pulley around for good uses. Another Ultra O, being a little too detailed here, but I don't know, I kind of nerd out about this stuff. Here's a little chest harness I made by myself. Not by myself. I mean, it was kind of a little do-it-yourself off my old Tree Motion. I took apart an old Tree Motion that was scheduled to be discarded, and instead of losing all the fun little hardware, I made a non-life support, non-PPE chest harness to kind of help tend my SRS system. So this is the Rock Exotica carabiner and a little clevis from Home Depot, and just some old straps and hardware and buckles from a saddle that had to be discarded. Anyways, enough of that. ISC Strider foot ascender. For years I used the CT ascender, which is great. It's an awesome ascender, really fast, but I found that I was wearing out all the straps way too often, and it was just normal use, and I didn't wear them on the ground. I was pretty good about taking them off when I got out of the tree and putting it back in the bag, but for some reason maybe my style of climbing or my boot size or whatever it is, which I don't feel like is all that untraditional, but those CTs kept breaking. And so I kind of went on a journey of trying to find a good replacement ascender. And ISC seemed to put together a really strong webbing, a little bit thicker as far as its diameter. And I haven't had any problems with this ascender. Seems like it cinches well. The only thing is, like normal, you just want to have a little bit of weight or someone hold your rope so it processes well. I've never had the Pantene. I know people that do and love it and will never go to anything else, but it's just one of those things, like I never have had it. So maybe one day I'll give it a try. This is the old Haas, given to me by one of my old crew leaders, and it's kind of Old Faithful. It looks all raggedy and all that, but this one actually broke. The original design came out of that like plastic tube and ran through this. And so instead of buying a new one, I just used some accessory bungee from Tree Motion, and I actually put that on my foot, of course, and then this bungee runs up to this part of the chest harness, and it seems to work all right, just going straight off of the ascender. So a little bit of a weird setup, but it's efficient, works for me. ISC rigging wrench, and I don't know, can't remember how long that little 10X length is, but it's enough to go around trunks and big branches. So those things are really cool. If you haven't seen those rigging wrenches, on one side is a running pulley, and then if you go on the other side, you run the rope, it actually locks the pulley off to decrease the efficiency. And then it goes through here, similar to the rope wrench design, and adds friction into the load. So it's good for butt logs or slowing down pieces, or if you have to self-rig with somebody helping assist on the ground, it's helpful. So obviously Silky handsaw here. This is the 330 millimeter version, so good one. And then here's Captain Hook Traverse hook. So got this one on a Black Friday sale, ARB Session, 10 millimeter B-line, gotta love it. And my old hitch climber, another Ultra O. So it comes in a little ditty bag as well. That goes in the bottom of my Teufelsberger bag on jobs that I need it. But yeah, it's kind of an exhaustive list there, but yeah, that's kind of the go-to kit. Let's see here. I've got this over here. I'll show you. It's kind of cool. A hydration pack that I had that a friend gave me. I kind of retrofitted and took the old straps off. And what I did here is bought some buckles off Amazon, and basically the design of this is that it clips straight into my Monkey Beaver harness. Sorry, I'm a little wonky on the camera here. These clip straight into buckles that I put on the front of the Monkey Beaver saddle suspenders onto my Tree Motion. Sorry, that doesn't make much sense. The Monkey Beaver suspenders, I put buckles on those, and just tie a little lace to secure the hose, and a little magnet on this side, and then a little blue shoelace with a carabiner on the back to latch that onto my Tree Motion. So yeah, that is kind of the everyday carry. And then I've got a Husqvarna battery saw as well that I often use up in the tree. And yeah, that's about all I've got. I guess down there, got my orange section of Kernmaster for a lanyard, anti-shock chainsaw lanyard, Yeah, Monkey Beaver suspenders. Oh, here you go. Here's a little Akimbo, the best lanyard device, most expensive lanyard device there is, but man, that thing is smooth and reliable when it comes to running it on a lanyard. So anyways, I think that's about all I got, but oh yeah, here's these two little spare DMM rings and a little notch pocket wedge that actually can clip onto my chest harness if I need it up on a big removal, chogging down wood. So it's not really a review, but basically everything on that table I use and I love. So I guess besides the multi-saber up there I haven't used yet in the field, just tinkered around with it. But yeah, feel free to comment, leave some questions if you have any. Yeah, and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. I'm a nerd when it comes to it, but if you enjoy it, maybe subscribe and comment. And if you like this stuff specifically. So anyways, thanks for your time, and thanks for bearing with me as I start out this channel, just learning how to you know, getting used to the YouTube thing and making videos and being creative. And I guess there's just a little bit of a kind of like, who am I to post this kind of stuff feeling, because there's so many great arborists out there and creators, but I do feel like I have a voice and things that I like to share. So anyways, enough with that. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying warm. We are so close to spring, kinda, but just keep sticking it out, stay positive, and we'll see you guys in the next video.